What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Everything Thank You Joe. My name's AJ Gels. How y'all doing? We are back with Far Cry New Dawn. I'm gonna keep chunking through this game, try and get through it. I get that little inkling in the back of my noggin telling me that we're getting near the end of this game, or at least the beginning of the end. We're gonna keep messing with the New Edeners, and we're told to wait for their chosen here. Something like that.
Many have tried to light the flame of Eden, and all have failed. There are many highwaymen surrounding the flame, and they kill without pity. Our best option,
so do I,
with their numbers and firepower, is to take them out with cunning and stealth. We've brought you a weapon suitable for our most holy task. Please consider using it. My fellow Chosen will help you. Now follow me.
Yeah, I think the weapon that you're said. Oh, F. I was scratching my arm, and I brought it back to my controller. Oops. Yeah, the weapon they're suggesting is a bow and arrow that I have a better version of. I can't believe I just shot him. Oops. Excuse me. Oh my God, that's a great look at how today's gonna go. So I've been hanging out on YouTube last day and a half watching clips from American Psycho. Man, I gotta say, I gotta watch that movie again. That's a damn good movie. I'm about to. I'm about to sound super pretentious and also say nothing that's not been already said about that film. But no, I love the look at kind of high class corporate or I guess the proper term is yuppie culture. In the film, it does so many just really cool things. It's got so many just great scenes. Somebody brought this up to me yesterday, or might have seen it in the comments. I'm not entirely sure which. Because my favorite scene out of the movie was where Bateman, where he gets, what did he do? It was it's the Huey Lewis scene where he does the whole hip to be square thing. Give me a second. Sorry about that. I gotta take my trash out. When my cat starts getting into it, that means I gotta take it out. What was I saying? All right, the hip to be square scene from the hip to be square scene from American Psycho is where Bateman lured a guy into an apartment. Started talking about Huey Lewis. Now, I mean, I'm a Huey Lewis fan. I got to admit. Then you got the fact that "Hip to Be Square" might be one of my favorite songs from the band. You hear him explaining his take on American or his take on Hip to Be Square. It's about conformity and all this stuff, which is also kind of what the movie's about. And then it just ends with him just what was I saying? Then you get the whole thing with that scene in the film ending in there's an on fire cougar. And then you get the fact that scene in the film ends with Bateman just taking an axe to some guy's face.
Give me cover! Lock him up! Take your punishment!
It's an extremely messed up scene, but like I said, I think probably one of the best scenes in the film. It's just been too freaking long since I've seen American Psycho.
Just a test.
Oh right, I remember why I was talking about the hip to be.
There's more. We've brought
Talk to
you
this
as
guy.
far as we can. You must descend into the cavern and light the flame alone. They flooded the chamber and sealed the pipes. Those pipes contain the bliss that feeds the sacred flame. Drain the water, then destroy the pipes to release the bliss. Ignite the bliss, so that the righteous fire may rise again. And be careful it does not consume you. Go, sinner, with
Yeah.
our blessings and hope.
Don't let the bliss consume you. Yeah, yeah. No, I remember why I was talking about the hip to be square scene. It's not necessarily that I love the scene so much, which I do, but it was the commenter who brought up something at the very end of it, where Bateman sits down, he lights a cigar after he just axe murders a guy. Blood just flies all over his face. He sits down to he sits down to enjoy a cigar after the murder, and half his face is just like covered in blood, and the other half is kind of normal, bland. It's just one of those. It's a really cool scene, or just maybe not a scene, a really cool visual. I think there was another film that did something similar to that. It was a recent horror movie. What the F was it called? I didn't see the movie, but I saw like an ending explain on Foundflix. The Prodigy. That's what it was. There's a scene where the kid is in a Halloween costume. He's dressed like in one of those like little skeleton costumes. Yeah, the kid's in one of those like skeleton costumes, and he's got this face paint on. At one point, the kid wipes the face paint. I'm not going to spoil why what the significance of the face paint is or whatever. Go see the movie. From what I've heard, it's actually pretty good. But he wipes off this face paint, and he's got half of his face regular, the other half in this monstrous kind of costume. The symbolism is abound. Really? I'm supposed to stand by and... Oh, okay. I'm supposed to stand by up there. Excuse me. Jeez. I was about to say, I'm supposed to stand by until this really dangerous drug fills the cave. No, thank you.
father will know what to call you. Ethan himself was not able to accomplish this. Clearly, you are the one who will make Joseph's prophecy come true.
Oh, please tell me I'm not.
Further instructions, but go, knowing you have given us a new hope. All of New Eden will rejoice.
I don't want to be that crazy guy's, I don't know, messiah.
Listen up, highwaymen. It's Mickey. A lot of fight went out of those nature freaks when we put out their big fire. Now it's burning again. And if that amps them up and they start fighting harder, me and Lou are gonna be upset.
A non-believer is a sinner. A non-believer does not know our ways. A non-believer...
Has relit our most sacred flame. We need Joseph. He cleanses our sins.
Father will absolve the sinner.
Send the sinner to the north.
Family of New Eden, you have searched your hearts and truly believe that this sinner should seek our Father?
Yes.
It is certain.
Yeah.
Father shows mercy to sinners. After all, we are all his children.
Your smile's creeping me out, dude.
There.
You see your like weird
Father, guide
head
us in
shape.
this moment.
Make them drink, please.
The sinner is granted pilgrimage north. They will bring back the Father! Praise be to Joseph!
Alrighty then.
This will allow you to cross the threshold and live.
What is it, filled with iodine?
They will at last understand I am their prophet, and I'll give you the help you need. We both get what we want. We will show you the way.
Jeez. Sorry about the coughing. That's what I get for recording right when I wake up. Once again, I mean, was that wine just like filled with iodine? Wait. I believe iodine is one of the things, like if you're around like a nuclear site, iodine tablets are supposed to help. I'm trying to remember what it is. It's or how it works. I believe it's the body absorbs the iodine that you take to counteract the effects of the radioactive iodine from the bomb. I believe that's how that works, but I'm also not that smart, so.
Listen well. Joseph has a sanctuary far to the north. Ritual demands you light signal fires along the way. I doubt the old man is alive to even see them, but if you don't light the fires, it will be the death of you. Because despite the sacrament, the north can still kill you. This boat and the fire are your best means of safe, swift passage. Stray from them only when it's absolutely necessary. Use your bow to light the signals with fire arrows. Bring me proof of my father's death, and I will make sure you are remembered as a friend of the Prophet. Go now, with my blessing.
Thank you, crazy guy. Can I bring Buddy over here? No? Okay, didn't think so. What was I saying? Oh, we're at the Eden compound. Interesting. No, like I was saying though, I'm pretty sure that's how. That's why you're supposed to take iodine tablets. You know, in a situation like this, it's like a radioactive iodine or something like that from there's a radioactive isotope or something that you're absorbing from something from the bomb. And then the iodine is basically supposed to be absorbed by the body in place of the radioactive isotope. I don't know. I don't like science. In all honesty, the way I got through science class when I was in school, it would always be that. Excuse me, jeez. I'd get asked by people, it's like, oh, how do you pass these? Like, hey, what did you get for this essay question? My answer would be, I don't know, I have no clue. And people would ask, well, how do you answer the question then? I told them, well, I kind of figure out an answer that kind of makes sense, and then I just ramble on for about 2-3 paragraphs. So I got through science classes in high school and middle school. Because it really didn't matter if it really didn't matter if I could, how to put it. I'm not sure if this is like an American teachers or just I was able to figure out that my teachers at my schools were lazy or something. But basically I was able to figure out that, okay, if I just write enough BS long enough, they'll stop grading it and just assume I'm saying something intelligent. Maybe that's where my penchant for sitting and rambling comes from. Oh, God, how'd I miss? There we are. Yeah, I mean, is it probably the best method? No. Is it, does it say good things about the American education system? No. But, it worked. Up we go. Pilot the vehicle. I don't know. This is a kind of a weird comment, but I kind of wish schools would teach you how to survive, like in a situation like that, like exactly how iodine does help you survive nuclear radiation, or how. What is it? It's always, I wish in chemistry class, we learned how to blow shit up and not just endless formulas. I never once got to blow something up. I was very upset. Nah, again, it's always on my thing. I know how odd it sounds. I'm a practical sort of learner. I'm a guy who. I want to learn skills, not just. I don't want to know just the theory. I want to know how to, how to what's the term? I don't just want to know the theory. I want to know how to implement theory in the real world. It's always been it's one thing, being a college student has always really irritated me. I have all these classes that don't teach me how to do a job. It's just endless theory and just I'm not gonna get into it. I'm gone way off topic, but I said I don't know. Maybe I would have liked high school more if in chemistry class we got to play with like dry ice or something and got to, I don't know, get to do fun experiments. I think the closest thing to like that sort of cartoonish like high school thing that I got to do in science class in high school was dissection. I'm trying to think what all I know. I'm trying to remember what all I dissected in class. I think I dissected I think I dissected a crayfish. I know I dissected a rat. That was unpleasant. I want to say there was one or two other things that I dissected. I can't remember off the top of my head. I know this is a very, very wonderful line of things to talk about, but as I've said before, when you watch this channel, you never know what the hell I'm going to sit here and talk about. I just kind of sit here and talk about whatever's on my mind until until I get to that. What's the Daniel Tosh bit? It's I just sit here, that's my style of comedy. I just sit here and start talking and then keep going. Or what is it? I start with a joke that everyone can understand the premise of. Then I keep talking until only about 2 people have any sort of clue what the fuck I'm talking about. And in a way, it's kind of how I run my mouth. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. Sit. And use all of my bullets on a bunch of wolves. Kind of upset about that. Alright, so when are we gonna meet Joseph? Or are we just gonna keep doing this weird, like, vision quest thing? I don't know what I just... Alright, thought I just destroyed something, but I guess not. Oh, great, the environment's killing me again. Fantastic. Oops. Okay, where's the next pyre? Nope, never mind. I guess the environment's not killing me. I guess we're still safe. Nope, there it is. Nope, okay. I don't know why my guy keeps coughing and dying and then, stopping. I'm still waiting for the twist of we get here expecting to meet Joseph Seed and it's going to be one of the other Seed children. I'll say it again. Kind of hope it's Faith. She was my favorite. The other two, kind of bland. Though I know one was voiced by Mark Pellegrino, which was still weird to me. The number of TV shows that I watch that he just randomly showed up for in just a chunk of episodes it's really weird. What? No way.
I did everything that I was asked. I sacrificed myself, my family. I led us into the new world. I thought that it would be glorious. I was wrong. I have waited so long for someone to come. I've begun to despair. I have seen your face before. God showed it to me in a dream. I knew you would be the one to come and make things right. Set them exactly the way they're supposed to be. I knew that you would bring salvation. You've come seeking help. I can't give you any, only God can. But He has a plan for you. Come. Walk with me.
You know, I didn't expect things to be this straightforward. Like I said, I wasn't expecting to actually find Joseph's seed.
You are indeed the one I saw in my vision. After God's cleansing fire, I saw the journey He had laid out before us. And I knew what was required when we set foot on our new Eden. When humanity emerged, I gathered my flock and set them on a new path. A rejection of everything connected to the old world. The creation of a new society. Living off the land. Taking only what was needed. When the harshest years of the dark winter fell, I despaired. And in that despair, I found our salvation. This tree. Its fruit a gift from God, which gave my family the strength to endure through the famine and the pestilence. New Eden thrived. We created a paradise on earth. But it did not last. This plague of locusts saw to that. These highwaymen embody everything God has instructed us to forsake. Their souls are rotten, diseased, You are different. I believe your soul is worthy.
Okay, you know, I'm trying to. Oh, great! A bunch of bliss containers. That makes me hopeful for something. See, I'm really curious. See, are they actually having some sort of like mystical god thing going on right now, or is this just is some guy using religion to explain natural phenomena? Like, what's going on?
This is the help that you've been seeking. God's gift to us. That which sustained my family through the darkest time. Let me offer you this. Our miracle. The first time that I partook of this gift, I was confronted by a ravenous beast. It was my soul. And in that moment, I knew that in order to be worthy of God's gift, I had to slay that beast. I had to cleanse my soul. Because if I did not, I knew that that beast would consume me. This is God's test. And your soul.
What is with Ubisoft and apples?
Go. Kill the beast.
I'll say it again. What is with Ubisoft and apples?
If you succeed, if your soul is pure, you are the shepherd sent by God, and I can return from my exile. Our miracle allowed us to survive, but its gifts are not unconditional. It nourishes what is in a person's soul. But if that soul is corrupt, the miracle extracts a terrible price. Listen to my guidance, or you will not survive.
Oh, goody. Okay, so all I got is a bow and arrow. Fantastic. You know, it's so weird playing a couple different sort of post-apocalyptic games all at once right now.
Confront your beast where it is weakest.
Because I know, because we're playing... Because I'm playing this, and I'm also playing... What's the other game?
When the beast rises, strike true.
Yeah, I get it, Joseph. I was saying, because I'm playing this, I'm also playing Metro Exodus. Which, one, gotta say, loving that game. I'm really liking this too. I mean, it's not me trying to. It's not me trying to sit here and say this game's bad.
true.
Thank you, Joseph. I understand that. But timing that is a gigantic pain in the ass. Oh, you kidding me? I missed? There we go.
You cannot fight your sin in darkness.
Well, I mean, it's just, these are such different games from each other, because you have Metro, which is a lot slower, which is a lot more of a... I don't want to say... No, I'll say bleak world. Compared to this game. Well, this game is more of a traditional shooter. It's a lot faster, it's a lot... Like I was saying, I mean, there's... What was I saying? There's a lot of similarities between these two games, but... They're very different. Metro, again, it's like I said, it's a lot more bleak. A lot more about... not saying this game isn't about resource gathering, but it's just resources seem a lot more finite in that one than they are in this one. With this one, you just hunt a lot, and you'll be able to get all the resources you need. I've never felt hard up for, you know, oh, I don't have enough money, or I don't have enough copper to make more bullets, or I don't have enough this to craft this gun, or what, you know, I really never gotten into that position. Is that a downside of this game? No, but mostly because I feel like this game wasn't built to be like that. I mean, it's set up so that if you don't scavenge at all, you'll run into that kind of situation, but... You know, if you don't scavenge at all, you'll run into that sort of situation, but... Oh, come on. Which just with choosing what to craft when in Metro is a lot different than this game. Mix that with this game is a lot more like a traditional first-person shooter where... Am I supposed to... I'm supposed to fist fight a bear. It's like that thing in the final fist fight boss in The Witcher 3 is a bear. Sorry if I ruined that for anyone. Yeah, whatever my point was. I was talking about, whatever the point that I was making was, that this game and Metroid is very different sorts of games. I think while Metro is supposed to be more of a survival type game, this is more of just a straight up shooter.
Sin is a beast we cannot be.
Cannot or shouldn't, because those are two very different words.
shepherd of my people. Come with me to New Eden.
Well, apparently we're now the Messiah. Isn't that great? Second time within about a year that I have played a game which has basically made me Jesus. I don't know why those games irritate me. Love Detroit Become Human. I thought it did a lot of really cool things. I think a lot of people give that game grief that I don't think it deserves, but still, the weirdest part of that game was Marcus basically being robot Jesus.
Not coming back. We must put him
Dude, right
out
here.
of our minds and Father.
Ethan. Father?
Father.
Yeah, like I said, right here.
Where have you been? Our land is under siege, our people threatened. You disappeared. You left us when we needed you most. Why?
To hear God's plan, my son. To hear God's plan. My children, I know that you have suffered, and I know that you are afraid. I've been gone from you for a very long time.
You know, I just noticed that lust is carved right above his crotch.
God spoke to me, and he has shown me a path out of this darkness. We will no longer hide behind these walls. We will no longer simply hope that this plague of locusts leaves us in peace. The time to fight is now. And God has sent us his sword. Here. God has tested their soul, and it is just, and it is pure. And I stand here before you to bear witness that this outsider is our shepherd.
Father!
And together, we will battle against the hordes outside our gates. And together we will march towards the future that God has promised us.
No! You abandoned me. You abandoned us. Without a word, without instructions, leaving me to lead as best I could. And now, you return. As if descended from the clouds and presumed to lead?
Yes.
I am the leader here.
Joseph is our leader.
New Eden follows me!
We stand behind the Father.
Son, I know you carried a heavy burden in my absence. I understand that. This is God's will. And sometimes we must sacrifice that which we want in order to honor God's command.
What have you ever sacrificed?
Someday you will see the light. I promise. Come. Let us all go together. We have much work to do.
You know, I've talked about this in the past. My whole thing with the my whole thing with the silent protagonist. You know, I won't relitigate the entirety of the issue. I won't go into it in extreme depth. But you know, I still think this game works a lot more than Far Cry 5 did. It's just, maybe I feel a lot more centralized to the plot. You know, I feel like I'm an important character, or that people are at least acknowledging my contributions. In 5, it just kind of felt like everybody was like, hey, thanks for the help. Now we're just going to completely ignore you. You know, I actually feel like an important character this time around. I really dig it. Maybe it's also the fact that the writing's a little bit more grandiose. Everything feels like it's got a lot more, it's a term I like to use. Everything feels like it's got a lot more weight to it. Like that scene with the father. Maybe that's why I liked the father so much in 5, was that his dialogue always seemed big and important, and he drew you in. And again, maybe that's just because that's his character. It's kind of like a religious leader. He's supposed to be that sort of charismatic, booming voice, draws you in when he talks sort of guy. But yeah, it's something. There's just a kind of an intangible aspect to this game that I think 5 didn't have, that I really like.
My child, I have something for you. Already my chosen fight the highwaymen throughout the long nights. Now I will ask them to find the strength to fight in the day as well. Your friend should make good use of the distraction and act quickly. My family cannot fight forever. As for you, remember God's gift. What you have experienced so far is just a taste of God's power. Do not waste it. I will also give leave for my judge to follow you. They speak only one language, that of violence. In this, they will serve you well. Before you can be our shepherd, you must be our sword. Go, and make the land safe for all who wish to live in peace.
In misleading times like this, I gotta keep to the word.
Alrighty then. What are these? Okay, so yeah, we have this new guy. When you are the silent, you prefer your feet to a vehicle. Okay, while the judge is with you, animals will not attack unless they are attacked. Ooh. It's actually not a bad group of skills. Like I said, not a bad group of skills. Check out our perks. Oh, sweet. So what, I can air jump now? Hold circle and temporarily become more charted. Okay. Oh, that's nifty. It's weird, but it's nifty. Alright. Well, guys, I think that's, oh my god, look at the sheep. So adorable. I think that's going to about do it for this one. We'll head back to Prosperity, see what's over there. And, there we go, I'm trying to leave. And, yeah, until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. As always, Facebook, Twitter, the website, Minds.com. Links to that stuff can be found down in the description below. Please remember to like, comment, if you're not already. Please subscribe to the channel and stay tuned for more next time. Till then, my name's AJ Gels, this is Something Game Channel. I'm out.